calf? Well, it's just three pumps tied together. We need a water pump, we need a foam pump, it's a proportioner, and we need an air pump, it's a compressor. So we're going to tie those three together, and we got a calf system. Of course, it takes a few more things to make it work smoothly and easily. So we'll have to add a few more components like an auto sink and check valves and a few other things to make it all work. It's just basically three pumps tied together. So here's a diagram of a calf system. I gave you this in your handout. This happens to be the Waters Eclipse system, but again, all these systems are going to be pretty much the same. So here's our midship water pump. Coming off discharge of the pump, we go into our foam manifold. Here's our proportioner. That's going to feed the foam manifold as well. Coming off the foam manifold, we're going to have all the discharges that are plumbed for foam capability. Here's our compressor. It's going to go through its components, which we'll talk about, then through an air manifold, and then air lines go into each discharge that we want to have compressed air foam capability. So when we engage the water pump, we get water coming out of the pump into the foam manifold. We turn the proportioner on. Now, as water flows, the concentrate injects, creating what? Water and concentrate is foam solution, and that's now going to all those discharges pumped off that manifold. We engage our air compressor. Now, air is coming up through its system, through the manifold to each air valve. So if we want compressed air foam in this line, we're going to open the water valve. We're going to turn on the air, and air is going to inject last, and we're going to get compressed air foam in that line. If we want to make wet foam, what are we going to do? Open that water valve up quite a bit. Not all the way, but we're going to open it quite a bit. The air is going to inject, and we're going to make wet compressed air foam. What if we want to make shaving cream? Less water, more air, so we're just going to give the water valve back. Okay? Our air is always going to be wide open. It might be on a switch or it might be on a quarter turn valve, but it's always wide open. Okay? We're going to control that ratio of air to water by controlling our water volume. Okay? Because that holds a certain volume. Water is heavier and denser than air, so if we shove that line 2/3 full of liquid, there's only 1/3 left for the air. But if we gate the water back where we're only shoving it 1/3 full of liquid, the air is going to come in and fill that space.